to the NXT Podcast, your home for weekly NXT reviews and insight.
The beautiful part of NXT is that when one dream ends, another dream begins.
Find all of your NXT news, recaps, and analysis right here. So with that being said, we only have one question for you.
Are you ready?
We thought so. Let's get the show started right now.
All right, everyone. This is Memphis Mark coming to you from Mullet Manor, and we're going to do the review for 827 of NXT, all leading up to No Mercy in Denver coming up this weekend. And, they start off, they've got the ladies going out. You've got Meta 4, or is it Meta 2? You've got Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend speaking a little truth. And then you've got, they call them Fatal Influence. It's Valen, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix. And they spit a few facts. And then, of course, they've got to have a match after that. So, and the match itself, it's not so bad. It's some of the things that kind of become apparent in this match. The two best are absolutely, Valen and JC, and it's not really that close after that. Jakara needs more time. I see flashes, we'll see in the future. Jazz, I haven't seen enough out of her to really make a comment yet, but Lash, man, they really, really need to get somebody to work with her. She has the capability of being something really, really big. But and I'm not against the what they're doing with her now, but she doesn't. The other ladies sometimes seem like they don't know how to work with someone that is that big and that strong. And she's trying. She sells. She does her part, but she needs more time in the ring. And it's just, it's a problem. It's a good problem to have, because that pretty much means that she's going to be, okay with time. Now the Fatal Influence ends up getting the win in this, but it's three different looks in one trio there. We'll see how that goes on down the road. But then we're going to have our weekly drama session, brought to you by Wesley, able to make people feel uncomfortable for years, it seems. But it's him and is it Trey? Is it Zach? I don't know. They're doing a promo, and there's the Wawa, same old, hold me down, different levels type stuff there. But anyway, they go from there to another interesting promo, with Eddie Thorpe out there, and they show Eddie Thorpe doing, DJing out, and he just happens to be what looks like a ring, and it just happens to be what looks like a bunch of people standing around it with piped-in music or crowd, reaction. But, they throw some girls in there, and then in the background, though, and the whole thing, you got Ashanti in there, and in the background, you've got Anofi going in, looks like into a training room or something, and then Brooks Jensen following him in there. And it's whoops upside the head there. And, of course, Eddie and them come in and save the day. But it was kind of interesting. They're doing their interview, and Eddie's not he's like, just the interview wasn't going, or their little promo wasn't going that great. But in the background, you see that, and then what leads up after that. So, hey, little innovation there. You can't go wrong there. But then after that, the second match, you've got Izzy Dame, the big volleyball player, and you've got Carmen Petrovitz in there, the martial arts expert there. But and again, in this match, it just so happens that you have two big ladies, two tall ladies. Well, that's what I mean to say, tall ladies. I mean, they are the size that they can work. There should be somebody to work with them to really show some of the other ladies how to react and how to. I don't know how to put it, in the bestest of ways, and I don't want to say anything wrong. They just need. These ladies are very talented, and they need the right person to work with them. Because Izzy, she manhandles most of this match. She really just takes control, and then Carmen has flashes, and I don't think they're getting good at. Getting any better by chance the way they work together. I think that there should be some other of the ladies get in there with a smaller big smaller, just the same way they do the men, and I think that these ladies will just progress and progress. But in this particular match, Carmen gets a roll-up, kind of a soft end, that's what I'm saying, it was just okay, I mean, that's what I mean. They could do more, but then after that, you've got Jada Parker doing an interview, and they're spouting all her talent from her soccer days, and she's explaining how she's always been in the spotlight, so this spotlight will not be too big for her. So she's out there, and then of course the prodigy. Roxanne, Booker T's favorite, export from his wrestling school. She gets in there and takes over the interview. And Jada politely tells her, hey, somebody needs to slap the taste out of your face, and then she proceeds to do it. So that was actually pretty good. A lot better than the Wesley drama party there. This was actually pretty good there. So, but after that, they've got, they got Tony and the family, they're warming up, and, they got two guys, not three guys, but two guys, that are, coming over and trying to tell Tony they got something to tell him. And he's like, hey, man, we're getting ready for the match, man. We can't, no, not now. So, they go out, and you've got the no quarter catch crew, which you've got Dempsey and Bourne and Wren. So it's a trio with a lady involved. And on Tony D's side, you've got, Luca, and you've got, Tony D's on the outside, of course. But, you've got the whole Tony D family in there with Rizzo. So, in this, the ladies do have pretty good spots in this, Wren keeps getting involved, which causes Rizzo to come flying out of the ring, and where she actually does a fireman carry on Mr. Dempsey, and it's a pretty good match, actually. Luca really comes out in here and shows, what he can do, and he ends up pulling the win out of this match, but... During the match, the two guys, not the three guys, but the two guys, and not four guys, but two guys, come back and they whisk Tony away. So, we're left wondering, where did Tony go? And then they have some more drama with Wesley and Trey. Yeah. All right. So, and it's. Yeah, it's the Rascals. I can't believe it. Let me see. Trey just wants the NXT rub. Wes is on a different level. A lot of security gets involved. They got some refs out there. Been done in the past and done a lot better. But after that, they go to Joe Hendry. Not to be too harsh on him, but they go to Joe Hendry because everybody believes. But they got him and Trick doing a promo, and they do. Trick's getting better on the stick, and Joe's great. So they cut a little spot, and Joe lets Trick know that, hey, if I win, and Trick says, you will win against Ethan Page, that he gets the first shot. So Trick, of course, happy happy. Yeah, and then, they've got the little promo coming up after that with Cleone Jordan, the North American champ, and she kind of calls out Wendy Choo, and Wendy Choo, and, Wendy says, I got a little warm-up for you. And we all wonder who it is. Well, folks, it's Rosemary, another TNA talent coming over. And guys, let me tell you, did they waste the debut pretty much of on prime time there of Rosemary? I mean, she comes out, Miss Jordan. It is obvious in this particular match that Miss Jordan is very good at a scripted moves and set up, and she can make the things right, but on the fly. Somebody messes up and you got to turn it around, or maybe you see an opportunity to where you can do this, that, and the other. She's not on that level, speaking of levels, and Rosemary is, but the awkward style, I'm not going to say I'm the biggest fan of Rosemary by any means, but this could have been done so much better, and it shouldn't have been done as a promo or to set up someone. I understand the Wendy Choo and the Choo and the Rosemary reference, but Rosemary deserved, I think, a little bit better shot to come on before they just let her take a L. But hey, it is what it is. But Miss Jordan ends up pulling a win out of here, and of course a Wendy Choo comes on afterwards and puts her to sleep for the second time, and Rosemary watches with a lovely glaze there. So yeah, could have been so much better. But then they've got to bring Aura Mensa into the Meta 4 to make it a Meta 3. Just trying to get these numbers right since there is no Noam right now. So they bring Lexus King, and they start doing daddy talk again, and daddy this and daddy that, and then there's a fight. So we know where this is heading next week for sure. And then they have an interesting pep rally with Chase U, and they do the whole rah rah shish boom ba, and then there's a sad time. Yes, there's a sad time because Riley and Duke apologize to all of Chase Nation. And say they couldn't get the job done last week, and then they are sorry, but to no well, I don't want to get too fancy here, but anyway, to no avail. There comes Ridge Holland, and Ridge gives an inspiring speech, I guess you would say, where he says it's okay, but he slips a little word in there. He slips a little word in that says, as long as I have these titles, I will be loyal to Chase U. Okay, interesting. Interesting little thing there. So maybe not, maybe so, I don't know. But then you've got Nathan and Axiom. They got to show up, the ex-champs. And, they go through their whole little spiel, their little history, and then say that, at No Mercy that they're going to get the belts back, that the Chase U will be crumbling down. So yeah, that's they're going to go there with that. So we will see coming up this weekend in Denver, the Mile High City. And it's I like watching some of these guys in that upper elevated climate, because most people it does not affect, and sometimes I've seen where I expected it to affect a larger person. Bronson will be the first one that I'd bring up on that, and he strived. So so different effects for different people. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with that next week. But now we've got Blade from Elfie and Blade. And, Blade, Malik Blade's out there. And then he's going against Brooks Jensen. He wants a little revenge. And, Brooks is a second generation. So he's been around the ring. And this is more of his style. Is more of an older traditional style. And then you have the high flying of Blade, which can get all over the ring and use the ropes, and he comes out really fast in this match, just hooting and a hollering and a flipping and a flopping, but it ends up getting kind of grounded and kind of goes back to your traditional style. And I'm not going to say it's in this particular match, it was okay. This match was okay. Brooks is, he's got the beard, so he's going with the rough look there. It works a little better on him than that person on the other show, not on AEW, that's trying to grow a beard out and look not so kayfabish. But anyway, Brooks kind of pulls it off, and in this match, he's growing into the role. He's a renegade. He's a loose cannon. He's Brooks Jensen, and he's a little mad about what happened to Sean Spears. So we'll see where that goes from there. But then they've got, you can't have an NXT show without a Hank and Tank, showing up. An old Hank and Tank. Apparently they've got like a YouTube show, or the show's on the WWE channel there, but they have their own version of the Hank and Tank show. So, they're doing a little promotion out there, and hollering and screaming like they do. And then, OTM comes out the mud, and they spit some facts that you should be talking about Jada Parker, and then of course Hank and Tank's got to remind them that, hey, they just had that big win against the OC, the Good Brothers, and OTM reminds them that they already checked that box. So we see what will happen. Hank and Tank going up against OTM coming up. So we will see how that goes. But then they go back. The Tony D, and he's at his place. And apparently, Obafemi, the ruler of NXT, is coming to see the Don of NXT on his own stomping grounds. Kind of a polite slap of the glove, saying, hey, you may be the Don, but I'm the ruler. And, Femi's all, they got him all dolled up. He's, and he looks good there, and he does pretty good in the interviews, to tell you the truth, man. He spits his facts, and it gives, Tony a chance to do his, but, this wasn't so bad. It's a good little setup. It's a good little way. And the match should be pretty good because he did do pretty good with Oba. So there again, there's a big guy going to fight a guy that's a little smaller but still big, and they're going to move good. And if anybody can remember this past week, Bronson and the big man, the big SOB, and he man, they put on a show for the big guys. And man, I really think this is going to be a good match, hopefully. We will, of course, see. That's without a doubt. But I kind of jumped ahead. That was actually after this match, because we did have a match in there between, and it was the young OG Javon Evans going against Joe Coffey of the Gallus Boys, and Joe Coffey's going to give you a good match. He's going to get whoever over. It's like the Good Brothers, OC, or there's certain teams or certain people that can just get someone over no matter what. They are the veteran. They are they're going to make sure this match looks good because they appreciate their airtime. And Joe Coffey never disappoints. And of course, Wolfgang and Mark have got to get involved. Mark's going to end up taking a big blow off the top rope from the young OG when he's getting bouncy. And he does get bouncy quite a bit. And, he's going to end up losing this match. Joe Coffey's going to end up losing this match after Mark Coffey takes a big, I believe it was a cutter off the top rope. But young OG looked really good coming out of this match. It's a true version of losing the match. Losing the battle but winning the war, kind of. Looked really good, and hey, he's ready to take that move. Somebody just needs to feed that young man a few more sandwiches, or whatever. Get that man something to eat late at night so it stays on his ribs a little bit. I don't know, and just grow into his role is what he'll do. But hey, not so bad. But then we go to the concert. That's right. NXT. We're going to have a show. It's not Jeff Jarrett. It's not BG James. Nope. We're not going there. It's, I believe, it's Joe Hendry. The Scotsman's going to get in there. And earlier, Ava and EP were in a, because Ava is all wise and all knowing. She got upset with EP earlier, and EP tried to get himself Ethan Page tried to get himself possibly suspended or something like that. And of course, Ava wasn't going for that, and said that she'd let him know what she's going to do. So Joe Hendry, because everybody believes. He comes out, and not an Elias deal. He played a little guitar and got out there and sang a song about Ethan Page. And let's just say he didn't play him or put him in the best of light. Made some funny gestures there and had some good photographs to go along with it. So. Of course, that's going to bring, Ethan Page is going to have to come out and stop the show. And, of course, the crowd. The crowd, actually, in this. When Ethan does finally get into the ring or whatever like that to confront the believer in Joe Hendry. He gets in and confronts him and says his spiel. The crowd is still going along with the song, the course of the song that Mr. Hendry had just been singing. And I won't even think about singing it, but when you see it, you will know. And of course, Ethan Page is mad, and there's about to be a fight. There's tension, and then the all-knowing and all-wise Ava comes out, and she notifies the crowd and EP, Mr. Ethan Page, the champion, that hey, there's going to be a special referee. And of course, the crowd already starts. Whoop that trick. And I can do that from Memphis. That's not really singing. But the crowd goes crazy. And of course, Trick Williams comes out in a customized, nice fitting ref shirt and is ready for battle. And you're going to have a couple little hoops and highs, of course, after that. But they're setting up, that's right. Trick Williams is going to be the special referee coming up for No Mercy in Denver this weekend. So, and the card looks pretty good. It's going to be a big weekend all the way around. So, kind of looking forward to it. So, we've had, of course, the passing of Psycho Sid, and so we'll a good show after this from everybody from all three brands should make it feel a little better. There we go, guys. It's kind of a neat and clean version of the NXT show we had this week. So yes, and I did want to say got some I will definitely do it. There's a few people that have contacted me through the military service. I want to always appreciate all of our military people out there, no matter where you are in the world. And we appreciate you taking a few moments out of your day to listen. And of course, to everyone else that listens, we appreciate you also. And check out some of the other shows on our network, the WWE Podcast. All right, guys, I'm going to end it up here. This is Memphis Mark, and if you can, get out. Do something for a shelter while you can, when you can, wherever you can. And, of course, spay and neuter, as always. And, let me see here. Notes? No notes? Nothing? Have we got? We everything? We're good? We're everything? All right. All right, guys, this is Memphis Mark, and I'm out.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.